this be a hit? Yeah. Alright, let's go. Yo, what's good everybody? I'm back. PKIMVISIONS is back online with a brand new setup, with a brand new hat, brand new me. Are y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. So, let me just fill y'all in real quick. So, I took a little break. I took a long break actually. I haven't been posting in a while. And I thought to myself, what do I want to do with this channel? Do I want to make content? And then when I was realizing more was I couldn't really move that much. And but what I noticed was I couldn't really move that well. Wow. And like I couldn't do all these other sorts of things, especially when I was in school and stuff like that. So what I realized is when I think of my name, PKIMVISIONS, what do people like think about when they hear that? What I noticed was that PKIMVISIONS, you know, your visions are like what you see in the future. Wow. You know, visions of the past, present, future, whatever. And so what I started realizing was maybe what I want to do is to make theory contents. So like talk about theories, talk about different types of things. And this is what I'm doing in this video, and I show y'all and then tell y'all about different theories that I've, you know, personally heard of. I've personally thought of too. Not only did I think of it, I also talked about it with other people. But now that, you know, Corona happened and everything, I really want to talk to someone about these theories. And I was like, why not talk to the visionaries? Why not talk to the visionaries? You know what I mean? So I said, okay, you know, theories, post the thing, you know what I mean? You dig? All right, so let's get the show on the road. My first thing is I'm planning on covering a section of Marvel, covering a section of Disney, covering a section of space, and covering a section of all sorts of things, but on different days. And so I can't wait to share y'all a couple theories that I've heard and I've personally thought of. And so today we're gonna talk about Marvel, especially because these three shows have just blown away my mind, you know. They're amazing. Marvel has such good writers, has such good directors, has such good actors, and we love Marvel. So the thing is we're doing today is we're gonna talk about Marvel. We're gonna talk about WandaVision. We're gonna talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then we're gonna talk about Loki, the newest one of today. New episode comes out every Wednesday, and
it's not a PPL.
Oh, it's not a PPL? Oh, it's not a PPL? Oh, okay. Well, but whatever. You guys go watch it, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you have to watch the show, y'all. You gotta watch the show before you come talk to me. You know what Okay, the first theory is WandaVision. So what I've heard about WandaVision is that they're the end credits. So the scene where it shows the mountains and everything, right? And then it shows like trees, a bunch of trees, and then it shows Wanda in a cabin by herself. She's like outside drinking a mug. Not drinking a mug. Outside drinking coffee or whatever, right? But you go in the house and you see Wanda like Scarlet Witch just reading through the book of the book that the witch gave her, right? But if you really look closely in that scene, when you see it like showing all the trees, you see some type of ghost type figure like going through the trees like this. Like I thought it was just like something like on my computer screen, so I was like, yo, what the but it turns out that it was in the actual movie, in the actual edit. So I was like, yo, this is kind of crazy. And I was thinking like, what next Marvel films are coming up? And they came to me. Doctor Strange, the multiverse is coming out, right? So I was like, oh shoot. That figure, I looked closely. I zoomed in, I took a screenshot, I zoomed in, and I looked closely at it. It looked exactly like a Doctor Strange figure going to talk to Wanda about her powers, going to talk to Wanda about the multiverse and what had happened and what she's been doing and how to even control her powers. You know what I'm talking about? So I was like, yo, this is crazy, So it blew my mind away that like, it actually made sense, because I was like, wow, like I really didn't think of that until now. Like that is crazy. Like you clearly like let's look at it. Damn! You clearly see it, right? It's Doctor Strange moving. If you look very you don't even have to look closely, you see it, bro. Like, you just stand there. Alright. Then you go like, oh, yo, that's, yeah. Alright, moving on from WandaVision, I want to go and talk about Loki, since that's the more recent one. So what I noticed during watching Loki is there is so much like little things. It's just the little things that counts, you know? Like, for instance, this scene, for example. It's the little things that count. Everybody else is just walking with their raincoats on. Does not have a coat. He has a coat on, but like, he does not have his hood on. He doesn't have anything on, but he looks up. And the reason why he's looking up is because he's thinking of Thor. Because the reason why it's raining is because the god of thunder. It's because Thor is the god of thunder, and it usually rains when thunder happens, and it rains and stuff like that. It's what Thor does. So he's thinking of his brother, so he looks up. Isn't that so cool? That's not cool to y'all? That's not cool to y'all? Me personally, I thought that was so cool, because I was like, yo, like, when other people watch it, it's probably like, oh, he's just looking up because that's a character choice, you know? But with me, I was like, yo, that's amazing, because he's like thinking of his brother. He's not thinking of anything else when he looks up. He's thinking of his brother. That's the reason why he's looking up when it's raining. Why else would he look up? Like, you gotta think about it. Yeah, and another theory from Loki is that from the previous episode is that when he's watching his tape, you watch it and he goes through the whole tape, right? And at the end, the very last thing before it says end of tape, it shows Thor hugging Loki, right? It doesn't end when Thanos snaps his neck, you know, chokes him to death and whatever. It ends when Thor is hugging Loki, because that's the last thing Loki remembers from his death. Y'all see what I said? That's so cool. Like, it's just the little things Marvel does that is so amazing. And, you know, as fans, we appreciate that so much, you know? We appreciate that so much. And not only this, there's another theory about the most recent episode 3, where Loki, you know, he stops. That's that cool scene where he like looks up at the building and he stops it from crashing down and he puts it back up. So there's a theory that, sorry, my back is itchy. But there's a theory that Loki took the time stone, because when he sees that other, you know, character from the front desk, he's like, yo, and then the character from the front desk tells him, hey, we just use these as paperweights, you know? So it's like, what? Like, you don't waste that much power for some paper? But we see Loki pick it up, right? But we don't see him put back the time stone. The theory is that he's gonna use the time stone to set all of the things back in time before he breaks it, and so he can, you know, use it to get it charged up again and then escape. It's crazy to really think about how suddenly this TVA is created, you know? There's theories that the TVA is in the quantum realm, because in Ant-Man and the Wasp, you see like a city in the quantum realm. Like, you see like a city. And what you notice is in Ant-Man and the Wasp, when the mom comes back, she's like, oh, time works differently in the quantum realm. And then when Scott Lang comes back, Ant-Man comes back in Endgame, what does he say to Captain America and them? He's like, oh, the time works differently in the quantum realm. Because he thought he was there for, you know, 5 hours, but he was there for 5 years. And so in the scene where Loki's asking him, hey, how long have you been here? Morpheus is like, oh, I don't know, time works differently in the TVA. Like, pause there, just think about it. It makes sense. The quantum realm is in the, and think about it. The new villain in the next Ant-Man movie is one of the timekeepers. So it makes sense for the timekeepers to be in the quantum realm, because that's how the Avengers used it to time travel. Oh my god. But whatever, y'all. But these are all the theories that's gonna be for this episode of Pkim Visions. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace. All right, I appreciate y'all. Oh, this is not PPL. Oh, okay. Okay, but speaking of Marvel, it's so freaking good. Wow, totally blanked out. He's depressed, so depressed. Episode 2.